What's going on, everybody? Hey, in today's video, man, I got a food service topic for you guys, right? Um, Today I'm gonna talk about how do I prepare for working at nights or night work. Cause I know a lot of guys, they coming into this food service industry, and a lot of people been asking me about the night shift and how to get ready for the night shift and how to prepare for the night shift and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Now, if you was over the road and you was driving at nights, it should be, and you was more like a night driver, it should be a fairly easy transition for you guys, right? But if you guys was mostly like a person that mostly only drive in the daytime, it's gonna be a little harder. Well, the good thing I can tell you about working in food service at nights is that the physical work is gonna keep you up. It's not like when you're over the road and you're just driving, and you know it gets kind of boring and stuff like that. The actual physical work gonna keep you up. You know what I mean? So, how do I prepare for night work? Okay, usually you gotta be mentally and physically prepared, right? Usually I try to get a good day's rest. I like to go to sleep. I like to get at least, you know, it's hard to get 8 hours sleep these days. So I like to get at least 5 to 6 hours of good sleep. You know what I mean? So before I go to sleep though, I try to eat a heavy meal. You know what I mean? That's why you guys see me always eat like heavy breakfast and stuff like that when I make my videos in the morning time when I'm off work. And the reason for that is because, like, when I go to work, I usually don't eat before I go to work. I usually just get me like a cup of coffee, and I'll go from there. And probably later on in the night, I'll get me something to snack on or something like that. It might work different for you guys, where you guys have to eat throughout the night or stuff like that. I know a lot of guys, they bring like a cooler where they have fruits to snack on all night and stuff. But I usually just have me a cup of coffee, and like when it gets to like 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll probably grab me something somewhere, like probably at a Dunkin' Donuts or something. And the reason I don't really eat here you go, later. All right, the reason I don't really eat dinner before the reason I eat before I go to sleep is because I don't want to get no, I do it on purpose. I don't want to get, like, just in case I'm working in the nighttime and I get like an upset stomach or something, like, I'll be okay because I know I ate earlier. So the chances of me getting an upset stomach is slim. And the other thing, working at nights, once you come into food service, at first, it's going to be kind of hard to stay up. But you're going to get used to it, man, because we got so much work to do that the night is going to go by so fast. You know what I mean? And it's going to seem like nothing. And the advantage we have working at nights is that it's less traffic out there. We got to deal with less traffic, and that's always a plus. We do a lot of key drops, so we're not dealing with a lot of customers, so the deliveries are fairly easier with not a lot of people in the way, not too many cooks or nothing like that. So I think overall in that sense it's kind of easier. Where it gets hard is like when you run into issues, like say for instance you go make a delivery, and let's say for instance like you go into a restaurant and their cooler is down or their freezer is down, and then you need to get a hold of somebody because you don't know what to do, or you have to skip the delivery, or you go and make a key drop and you forgot to grab your keys or something like that, and then you need somebody to help you out to bring your keys to you. So working at nights, we got to be like 100% responsible, because like it's not too much help around. You know what I mean? We do have, like, most of the companies do have emergency contacts where we can reach the customer, or we always have a management on emergency contact if we need to reach them. So, and we just gotta be responsible, man. We gotta remember to turn off the customer's light, close their freezer doors, close their cooler doors. We don't want their freezer going down, them losing the product and stuff like that. We gotta make sure we close back the door of the store, stuff like that. We gotta do our pre and post trip. We don't want to go out there with a truck and then you turn around and the truck goes down, and then you need to get a hold of somebody to come and fix the tire or something like that, and that's gonna take a long time, you know, because most of these restaurants, the reason why a lot of food service guys work at nights, because most of these restaurants, they just cannot be delivered in the daytime. It's just like the location of some of these customers is just like difficult to deliver at in the daytime. That's why you have a lot of guys that work at night. So we just gotta be like very, very, like, we gotta be very responsible working at nights. You know what I mean? Working at nights is not for everybody. The majority of food service guys do work in the daytime, but like I consider guys that work at night, I consider them an important part of the food service, food service companies. They're an important part, because like a lot of these restaurants you see in like these little nice cities, especially these new city places that they're building nowadays, like just take a look at these restaurants and look at the traffic. Like, there's no way they can be delivered in the daytime, you know what I mean? So us night drivers, us chain delivery drivers, we're important to some of these restaurants and these food service companies that we work for. So like, if you never did this before, work at nights, it's gonna take some time getting used to. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta learn how to eat right. You like sleeping. You even gotta learn how to sleep. Like, I would tell some guys, like, don't overthink